and welcome to the West Coast Madden Podcast. I'm Shanegotyou11. With me, as always, is Trey and Nick.
Yes, welcome back, guys, to the West Coast Madden Podcast. This is a very special episode. This is the official first podcast of Madden 21, so this is definitely an exciting podcast. I hope you guys are excited as well. We're going to be talking about Madden 21, given our, first impressions, talking about certain modes, and as the MCS news has officially dropped. So I'm going to go with Nick first. Nick, how are you doing so far today?
I'm great.
All right. I'm doing pretty well myself. The weather's been kind of cooling off. It's supposed to be getting kind of warmer this weekend, which is kind of bad. But Shane, I know you're a busy guy, but how have you been this week?
It's going pretty good this week. I mean, it is what it is with the baby, but I mean, I'm ready to grind.
Yeah, ready for it for sure. So I guess without further ado, chat, if there's anyone in the chat, definitely let me know what you think of Madden 21 if you played it.
There's no one in the chat that's commented. That's crazy.
Okay. Well, people in the comment section, after this goes live, definitely let me know what you think about Madden 21.
We got a few people in there, bro. Just Nick, calm down.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we got that going now. So I guess to start off, to give our initial impressions on Madden 21. So before we go more in depth, I guess if you could describe your thoughts on Madden 21 in a few sentences, how would it be? I'm gonna start with Nick. If you could summarize your initial thoughts on Madden 21, what would it be?
Well, at the beginning, the lag was annoying. Like, in the very beginning, Madden 21 was horrible because you couldn't do nothing right with the gameplay lag. Like, it was irritating. And then like waiting a whole like 5 minutes just to purchase a card from the store, like. But after the update yesterday, I'm glad they fixed the lag. But so now I feel like Madden 21 is like probably one of the best because they fixed the lag. But before then, nah.
Yeah. So I guess I'll take this one next. For me, I think that, kind of like what Nick said, I think the lag on PS4 was definitely an embarrassment. I don't remember Madden 21 ever being, this bad at the start of launch. So, and I guess I could kind of understand, with, COVID-19 and all that going on, but I do think that EA should probably at least release an apology, but I think that, the lag should be fixed when, the official game comes out.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. There will be a patch. There actually was a patch.
Yeah,
that
there's
came
no
out
lag
a
now.
couple days ago. Yeah. But apparently it's on PS4. I know that when I was playing the trial version on EA Play, it kicked me off. And, it seems to only be happening on PS4. For Xbox and PC, it seems like there's really no lag. So
Yeah.
do you think, and this is kind of a question I just thought of, but do you think that there will ever be a ladder for PC?
I'm not so sure.
Because the MCS is only Xbox and PS4 right now, but if they ever made it to PC, then because there's probably not that many people, because PCs are way more expensive than console. So
That would be definitely crazy, I'll say that. I think, I don't think so, but maybe in the future, maybe they'll figure out something how to connect.
Right. And that is one thing that they were talking about before. People were talking about how, it might be maybe in the next gen, because the next gen of consoles are coming out, the PS5 and the new Xbox, but they were talking about maybe doing like a cross play between Xbox and PS4 users, which would be kind of cool to see in Madden. I really don't care one way or another. I don't really understand the whole argument about, like which console has the best players in Madden. I think it doesn't really make a difference either way, personally, but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree
you
on
guys
that.
feel the same. Yeah. So, all right. So with all that being said, Shane first. Shane, I guess what are your, initial reactions to Madden 21? If you could just summarize it in a couple
I
sentences.
actually enjoy it so far. I'm afraid um, when they do another patch, it might screw it up. But in the same sense, man coverage is a little OP, especially if you know how to run it. And yes, there's people who know how to beat it, but it's a little OP if you
Same.
shade it a certain way, and shade the running or shade the safeties a certain way with zone coverage. I'll just leave it at that.
Shane.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Oh no, because Shane mentioned about people beating it. So then I just had to throw Shane's name out there.
Yeah. Yeah, man coverage seems to be the move. I don't expect it. Like, do you guys think that man coverage will continue to be the move
Not
I
when
don't
it gets
know.
once the
I
patched.
patch comes out?
I still think that zone coverage. I I don't know. I still feel like zone coverage is better right now, but
No, man, heck no. I'll respect your opinion, but I disagree on that, man. That's why all the pros are running man press.
All right,
oh
but Shane, do you think that it will continue to be the meta once the first patch
No,
comes
I
out, or do
think
you think
zone
it'll
will
change?
actually.
Yeah.
I think
oh
it'll turn
yeah.
into
Oh,
zone.
bad. Yo, Shane well, Trey hasn't played yet. Shane, is it me or is I don't know. I feel like the run is I feel like it's way too OP. Like I feel like they need to patch the run a little because I feel like you just can't stop it no matter what you do. Like playing seasons and trying everything to stop the run. I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like it's really
it's a little OP, bro. It's like last year a little bit less, but yeah, it's a little OP for sure.
Yeah, Nick just doesn't have run D, is what he's saying.
oh
It's
whatever,
okay, it's
Trey.
okay. We'll improve on that for sure. But
Wow, Trey, you
okay.
don't have to put me on blast like that in the podcast.
Yeah, hey, it's okay. We've all been there. But
All right, Trey,
but
whatever.
all right. So moving on. This is where we're gonna go more in depth into certain things. Starting off with face of the franchise. I'm gonna take this one first, and I don't really think Shane really, cares that much about these features. So I guess this will be like, a Trey and Nick topic. But for me personally, I think most people will agree that it was kind of bad. I honestly think that long shot back in Madden 18, and I know nobody in this party has played that probably, but
No, I haven't. I
I
never even
I
played Madden 18.
I I think that long shot was pretty better. I mean, you get to play more in this mode, but I think in terms of story, I think that Madden 19's long shot part two was the worst, but this one I played it a little bit, and it's just and the thing that's funny to me is that they hyped up, oh, you get to go to the combine, and you get to run the 40-yard dash. Well, when you get to the 40-yard dash, all you do is press a button. It's like we're talking about $1 billion company. It's like how can they get away with stuff like that? Like have you played the 40-yard dash?
I've
Ye-
never done it.
I
Like
I have. Yeah, I know it's weird, and like I don't know. It's like you can't. It's like because they do it twice, and you can't get a faster time. Like I don't see. Yeah, like Trey said, I really don't think they put all the time into it.
and it defeats the purpose because there's no way that you can't be drafted. So it's like no matter what, like because there's people that made videos about this. It's like even if you do like as worst as possible, you'll still get drafted. So it's like a predetermined story. So
Yeah, that's not
EA,
realistic.
yeah. So EA needs to step their game up. I think they've proved to us. I think Madden 18 long shot was all right, but ever since then, I think EA should just scrap the career modes and just try to focus on franchise mode and core gameplay. But they'll probably still do career mode because they want to attract the casual players, because that's kind of what it's for, is to get like the people that don't really care about football to kind of reattach them. But I don't know. I think Snoop Dogg is probably the coolest thing about the franchise mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. Now let's go into Superstar KO real quick. Superstar KO is back, and it's pretty fun. I played it not a ton, but a little bit. But for what it is, it's a free mode to play. You get some rewards. You can get an 85 overall Lamar Jackson for playing through it. So it's pretty cool. So okay. So first of all, Nick, what would your rating be of Face of the Franchise, like from 1 to 10? With 10 being you love it and 1 being it sucks.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to mute my mic, you guys. You guys gotta talk.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know. Like a 6.
Okay,
One thing I did like is that they let you pick your team that they're getting drafted to,
Yeah.
instead of them just giving you to a team.
All right. So you would give it a 6 out of 10. Myself, I would probably give it a 5.5 out of 10.
5.5.
Yeah.
Why, Trey?
It was just I just didn't enjoy it, honestly. But for
Yeah.
Superstar KO, I'm gonna go ahead and give that one a 7 out of 10. I enjoy the concept of Superstar KO a lot, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Even though not much has changed, but I mean, if they can give you better rewards in Ultimate Team for doing Superstar KO, then it would be even better. And the fact that you get to start with an 85 Lamar Jackson just for doing well in Superstar KO, I think. So I'm gonna give that one a 7 out of 10. What about you, Nick?
Yeah.
Same rating, 7 out of 10. So.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, so for Superstar KO, now let's go to the Yard. And for me, the Yard is a massive
10.
W. I think the Yard is probably the coolest game mode that Madden has come out with in a long time. Even the people that don't even like Madden are saying that, hey, it's a good mode. And the reason that they did this mode is because 2K is going to come out with the football game probably either this year or next year to compete with Madden. So,
Wait,
we'll
hold
see
on.
if
Wait. Oh, my bad, Trey. Never mind.
yeah. So we'll see if this mode holds up over time when 2K comes over and makes a arcade game mode. But I think that it's a W. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy it.
I haven't played it.
Alright. Wait, Trey, so, no, I'm just curious. So you said people that don't even like Madden still say it's good. So does Ryan Moody, is he one of the ones that finally says something's good about Madden?
I haven't really been watching him. I haven't really been watching Ryan Moody because I feel like, some of the stuff he says is just negative. So it's like after a while, it's just like I don't really want to hear, people, talking negative all the time.
Yeah.
But there's a guy, I don't know if you heard of Soft Drink TV or Soft Drink Sports or something like that. But he's kind of like Ryan Moody. He gives like criticism for EA and Madden and etc. But he said, the Yard was a pretty good game mode overall. So, but I just think most people are gonna agree that it's a W. I've heard some people say that, it sucks because it's like because there's AI players in it. It's not like all user controlled people. There's AI, but I personally don't really mind that.
Yeah.
So Nick, you played a little bit. Do you like it overall?
I love it. Besides Mutt, That's my other favorite game mode besides Mutt.
Yeah. All right, so we got the yard. We talked about Face of the Franchise, and
Let's talk about Mutt.
yeah, let's talk about Mutt. So going over to Mutt, we didn't really do the podcast when they came out with because they did Twitch streams talking about gameplay and etc. But they recently did Mutt a few weeks ago. There was a major uproar on Twitter about the card art. What do you guys think about the card art? Do you like it or do you not like it, Nick?
Wait, sorry, repeat that again, Trey.
What do you think about the card art in Madden 21 and Ultimate Team?
I think the card art is great.
You like it?
What do you think about it?
Me personally, I wasn't really. I mean, it looked okay. I mean, I can understand why people were kind of pissy about it. I didn't mind it. I think that it looks better. I mean, the thing about Madden card art to me is the fact that, the border of the card is like I think they should just make it like a real life football card, which is kind of what they did. So I don't mind it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane, what do you think about the card art?
I actually don't have a problem with it. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, personally. All right, so talking about Mutt overall, I think Mutt, I can't really give it a solid rating right now because it still has a long way to go. I do think that the cards for the most part are pretty cool. I do like the fact that Andre Johnson is the master, and Nick, help me out real quick. Who's the middle linebacker?
Sam Mills.
Sam Mills, yeah.
Yeah.
The Mud Master. But Andre Johnson, I don't know, I wouldn't call him a Mud Master. What do they call those cards? What are they, Trey?
Like a team captain? Or no, is that someone else?
No. The team captain is different. Anyway, the Andre Johnson card that you get is one of the best, like what did you call it, like from last year, the Pat Tillman card and all those cards?
Yeah.
What were they called?
Like Level Master.
Yeah, Level Masters. Yeah, the Level Master card for this year, the Andre Johnson, is amazing.
Yeah. And if I believe, I think Sam Mills kind of had like a story. I don't really know what it is, but I think didn't he have a battle with like cancer or something like that? Does anyone know?
I don't. I have no idea, bro.
I never heard about that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I know because I watched the video. I know that there's a story behind that, but I can't remember it right now. So, but yeah, I do think that Mutt should be in a good place right now. We'll see what kind of cards that are coming out. The new 93 Barry Sanders has come out, so we'll see how that goes. I still think that training is probably the biggest scam.
Yeah, it is. I don't like the fact that you have to get training just to upgrade the mud power ups. It's not. I don't like it. Do you like it, Trey?
Yeah, power ups. I think power ups are kind of cool. I think power ups are like a way you can make some coins. If you pull a power up card and then you wait until they get another card, then you can make a lot of coins from that. So I don't really mind the whole, the training cards, but
yeah,
we'll see. So who did you pick? Who did you pick as your team captain? I think you had Eddie George.
Yeah, but I switched it because I wanted a different running back.
Okay.
So now I have the defensive tackle, something Oliver.
Right, Ed Oliver, I think.
No, I don't know what his name is. It's something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Trey, back to you.
Back to me. So overall, Nick, what are you enjoying Mutt? Like just the mode overall? Do you think?
Yeah, I enjoy it, and what I really love is that they put the KO outfits in the MUT that you could actually play as
yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
with the KO uniforms. Yeah.
The only thing that I would like for him to do is to make MUT draft free to enter, but that probably won't happen. So.
Yo, they need to make MUT draft free to enter. They really do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's literally a waste of. I don't like that you have to pay as much as they make you do, because it's really a waste of coins in MUT draft.
Yeah.
To pay like 9,000, and then if you lose, you don't even get what you made back. You get less.
All right,
I think that's the scam. I think that's the scam part of MUT draft, is when you get less back than what you put in for losing. Like one game.
Yeah, MUT draft is definitely like you have to like. Yeah, I do think you can make a profit from MUT draft, but you just kind of have to know like. And I don't even think because they don't give you another selection of playbooks anymore. Like in Madden 20, you can choose two, but now you can pick one. But I think that like last year they only did that like when the tournament happened because pro players wanted two options of the playbook instead of one.
Yeah.
So, but. All right. So Nick, what's your team looking like now? You pre-ordered the MVP edition, so you have the Lamar Jackson card, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I raids. I quick sold it. He is garbage at passing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
no matter what Lamar Jackson card you get, it sucks. It's horrible.
Yeah. I'm gonna try like. I guess for like the first couple days, I'm gonna just try to use the Superstar KO Lamar Jackson. But I think after a while, I'm gonna try to get the 79 Patrick Mahomes and just try to upgrade him. I've never been too much of a fan of mobile quarterbacks personally, so it won't really matter.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah. So Shane, are you here?
Yeah, I'm listening to you guys. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Okay, nah, you're good. I was just wondering because I felt like you would have said something if I said the pros for MUT draft, but so Shane, who's your quarterback right now at the moment?
89 Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, so you went with Mahomes as well.
Yo, can you give me some training for free so I can get him to 89, Shane?
Nick. No. Lamar Jackson, I just don't care for because I'm not a running QB over and over. Like, all they're going to try to do with Lamar's run, and he can't hit the deep ball consistent enough for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I would say that's the quarterback that I like the most. Someone with a big arm. I like throw power over everything, but that's kind of how I like mine. So. But is it really like between Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes right now? Like, is there a Russell Wilson card out right now?
Some people have used Russell and they like him. I think he's like Patrick Mahomes, if you want to know the truth.
Okay. I played with Russell Wilson on regular teams during the trial. And I don't know why, but he kind of has a noodle arm to me.
I like him, especially if you give him the deep floaty pass. Where you tap it.
Yeah.
Oh, the lob pass?
Yep, thank you.
The deep floating pass.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess now let's talk about gameplay. I'm gonna go Shane because I haven't gone to Shane first, I don't think, this podcast. So Shane, what's your overall thoughts on the gameplay so far?
I like how the game feels. I mean, the hit stick's a little bit hard, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. The user, I'm good at the user, and I mean, I played Nick, and Nick's good at the user. I fully think, in my humble opinion, that this is a really good game, and they need to not patch much. Maybe tone down man coverage a little, and then let the game play how it is. Like, people are upset that the defense is a little bit harder. I like it because if you throw, like in real football, if I throw everybody at you when I blitz, there's going to be somebody open. And if the computer or if the quarterback makes the right read, he's going to burn you. And I like how it is in this game. You can't run 3-4 pinch bear. You'll get burned. Now, it's still early. People might find something, but right now the meta is the dollar man coverage defense. So right now there's not a scary blitz out there. I really enjoy this. I hope they keep it like this.
Yeah, for sure. I think me personally, from what I've played, I do like the gameplay. But I didn't really play much, only the trial version because my game doesn't come out until another 5 hours. But, from what I've seen, I kind of like it. I do agree with Shane said, you're really not going to be able to blitz a whole lot, which is kind of funny for me because I've never been the person to, like, blitz the whole team. I'm definitely someone that likes to play more coverage. So that's kind of where my strong suit is, so I like that aspect. Running the ball is still good. I think the zone drop feature is probably the best feature in my opinion to stop the rollout quarter routes that were in Madden 20.
Yo, Trey, since you mentioned corner routes, I'm so glad that you can't run that they made it a lot harder.
Nick, is your mic
Oh.
staticky? Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah, it was kind of staticky for a second, but yeah, I agree. Corner routes, and I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I know that if I can roll outside the pocket, that I would have a corner route, and the defender wouldn't be able to react, and it's gonna fix a problem to where someone rolls out, and then you hit in on the right stick to send the quarterback spy, and you end up sending the person that was covering the flat too. So that's gonna be pretty huge in my opinion. So. But I would probably rate the gameplay as 7 out of 10. Nick, what do you think? How would you rate the gameplay so far?
I don't know if he's here. I'd actually give it a A- right now.
All right. So Shane went against the rules. It was 1 out of 10, but he's over here.
Okay, 9. I'll give it a 9.
Which is fine. Yeah, Shane likes to be a rebel apparently sometimes, but yeah. So we'll see how the gameplay fares. And I kind of agree with Shane. I think that patches are kind of not needed. I think that they should just leave the game as is because the problem with patches I feel like is that if they fix one thing, it ends up messing everything else up. Like, would you agree with that, Shane? Like, are you pro-patch, or do you think that they should just leave it as it is most of the time?
This game, I would leave it so far, knock on wood. Like I said, it's only been a couple days. Give it a couple weeks, and we'll see even more. But this game so far, knock on wood, I don't think it needs patched much besides maybe make man coverage a little less. But in years past, honestly, it did need a patch. Last year they did too many patches though and ruined it.
Yeah. All right, so I guess one more thing. It's gonna be a light thing, I guess, just to transition into MCS talk. But did any of you guys get to hear the soundtrack at all? Like. Or not really?
No, I always turn the soundtrack off because I don't.
It's not that great though.
Yeah, I heard that Lamar Jackson actually picked a lot of the songs for the soundtrack, so I haven't really got a chance to listen to it. I thought last year's soundtrack was pretty good overall.
We should talk about the MCS though real quick. I'm gonna actually. Do you know about the MCS at all, Trey, or can I say it?
Oh no, you. Yeah, this is Shane's area, so Shane can lead it off.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
Nick.
Okay.
The MCS basically is behind the curve this year because of COVID and layoffs and all that stuff, you guys. So people that are interested in entering in the tournament, so far there's only one out there that is available, and it is Club Championships. Pick your favorite team, register on EA.com. You have until late September, I think September 28th, to register. Online ends October 12th. It starts tomorrow to grind to make it. But this year they made it where 16 people each team, 8 from salary cap, 8 from weekend league will make it. Instead of 8 total, they've made it 16 this year. So be sure and try to join. Even if you want to have fun, try to join and try to see how you match up in the MCS world. Unfortunately, this year though, you guys might hate it for people who don't want to spend money. They made the salary cap 2,000 to start the year, and for people who don't know what the salary cap is usually to start the year it's between 800 and 970 for salary cap. So basically, they've doubled and tripled it from years past. So this is the start of the year, you guys. It's basically unlimited MUT, and then when the online tournament starts, it will be completely unlimited MUT. But for right now, 2,000 salary cap is unlimited MUT. It is basically pay for player, grind 22 hours out of 24. Unfortunately, some people don't have the money or the time, so they're not going to get new people. But the pool prize is bigger than it's ever been before. And then they haven't updated for any other tournaments. I will let you guys know on the podcast when I find out more, but I'm going to throw it back to Trey.
Yeah, so there's some exciting things going over there. And also, you guys, if you do end up registering, but you're not really that interested in competing, you do earn like a Legend Fantasy bundle just for registering. And I think EA does that so when they're, marketing the MCS, they can say, oh, 200,000 people, registered for MCS. When in reality, a good majority of those people probably just entered to get the bundle and MUT. So that's
Sure, what
just
does the
one of
bundle give you?
I'm not really too sure right now, but I've heard that it's a bundle, so you get for free just for registering. So, but I think it's kind of fun to compete. I did try to get into the MUT draft tournament like last year, and it was kind of fun to compete. It definitely it was raging at times for sure, but I think that one of the things that I like Madden the most is that you can go online and you can test essentially your football IQ against another human, and you get to test like your stick skills, which I think is pretty awesome to be able to compete online in video games in general. So, but I would definitely go ahead and say compete, and I'm excited to see how they're gonna do it because the news came out on the 25th, but they really didn't really release that much information, only the bare minimum, really. So.
Well, it's all online.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, so the only thing that I don't like, and yes, I know anyone who makes the online part and then the live part, they're going to want to play their own games. But, like, for me, if they put the camera on you, then I'm cool with it. Yes, if they do the camera like they did last year, I'm cool with it. But if they don't, I don't trust people not to play for other people. Because people are like, well, that's crazy, Shane. I mean, they're all pros. Sure. But if let's just say me, I'll use me as an example. No, I can't beat another pro player, but a friend of mine can beat him, even though I'm better than my friend, and I have my friend play. They won't know, so they need to have cameras on again.
Yeah. So Shane, do you feel like they should make streaming mandatory for people that are gonna enter?
I do once you hit the live part. The online part is whatever, like that'd be a little too hard, even though I'd like it, because I know people have done it before, but I definitely would like a live part for sure.
Yeah. And I don't really think it's gonna be that big of a deal. I mean, for the online part, I mean, you don't have to have like a $2,000 Twitch setup. I mean, just like a PS4 camera for like, I don't know, $20 and you'd be good to go. So.
Agree.
But,
I mean, I got a camera too, so.
Yeah, there you go. So. Speaking of that, when are we gonna get a face reveal? I mean, I still think it's crazy that we've been talking for, like 2 years, and I still don't know what you look like, so.
Soon, man. Hopefully, maybe this year when I make a live.
Alright, sounds good. Yeah.
Yo, Shane, what do you mean by cameras?
Like, you put it above your TV or computer monitor, and so they can see your face and know it's not you cheating.
Yeah, it's like a webcam. Yeah. What I always thought about this, and I don't know why, but what if like someone's streaming, and it's like I don't know, like I just thinking, when they were doing the whole LCQ like last year for the Madden Bowl, I thought that for the most part people's rooms they look presentable, pretty clean, so that was pretty good to see. I was kind of nervous that it would kind of look like Siwoo's room, just like a bunch of recyclables and McDonald's bags all over the place. So, shout out to the Madden community for giving us a good look. So. Anyway, with all that being said, I think that we kind of messed up. I don't believe that we have a poll question for this week.
Yeah,
we do.
We did. What was it?
Some about I don't know.
Worst loss on Madden.
Yeah. It was that.
Mine has been told many times. Mine's Vegas, so you two can hit your guys' ones.
Yeah. Well,
no, Shane, explain it.
Really like. When I said that question, I wasn't really, naming like a specific, instance, but I'm talking about like in general, like for instance, I think for me, like when you go to overtime and you kick off the ball and they return it for a touchdown, like that's probably one of the worst ways to lose in Madden for me. So.
What about you, Nick?
It would have to be when people were doing that glitch last year on Madden, and I was playing a mud draft game and I lost because they were doing that one glitch where if they close the app, it gives you the loss instead of them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know what I'm talking about, Shane?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, Shane probably knows all about the desync losses. So. But I'll ask you this: like, do you think that it's better to lose like a close game, or like would you rather like lose a game that's close, or would you rather like lose and like lose by like 21 points?
There's pros and cons to both that. The pro in losing in a blowout is, well, the person's just way better.
Yeah.
Or you had a horrible game. You can say either way. But the con is they're that much better if that was the case. Losing in a close game really, really stings, but you're right on the edge of being able to handle business. So I'd rather lose a close game.
Yeah, me too. I'd rather lose a close game. I never like getting blown out in, online in Madden. It's probably one of I'm not going to say it's probably one of the worst feelings, but that's definitely not a good feeling when you get blown out in Madden. Because, if you lose a close game, then you could always say, oh, well, I was right there. Because if you lose a close game in Madden, then you can be like, oh, well, if, one or two things went my way, then you probably had a decent shot at winning it. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, Nick, would you rather lose a close game or be blown out?
A close game.
Alright, so we're all in agreement with there, so. Alright, guys, well, I think with all that being said, I think we're about to wrap this one up, unless anyone else has anything they would like to say.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, Nick.
Alright, yeah. The new Call of Duty game is available for pre-order.
Alright. So I guess.
Sounds good.
I'm just saying, because you never know. Maybe there's people in the podcast that like playing other games, too.
I mean, I'm sure they do. That's why it's the West. I like it. I prefer the West Coast podcast, but we can call it West Coast Madden Podcast too.
Yeah. So, what about you, Shane? You got anything you'd like to say before we get out of here?
Grind time starts, baby. You know what time it is for the MCS guys. I'm going to be crying eventually. No, we will see you in September. It's already going to be September in a week.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we're already in late August, man. I forgot one thing, you guys. I forgot to spray. So I might be seeing some big butt hobo spiders or whatever they're called coming in the males, leaving their underground bunker in my house to see some lady spider friends. Trey, you got anything to say?
No, not really. I guess I'll close it out this time. But I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys checking in. Definitely leave a comment below if you guys have any suggestions on topics that you would like us to cover in the podcast. Also, remember we always have a poll question every week. It's usually on a Monday or a Tuesday. So go vote on that for a topic you like us to discuss for Madden. But with all that being said, you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you next week.
See you guys later.